They say you shouldn't replace something if it isn't broken. Well, luckily, my shop chair is definitely broken. Every time I sit down, it sinks lower than my standards on Facebook Marketplace. The only reason this isn't a Viper chair unboxing is because I like to keep my kidneys, not sell them. So instead, I grabbed the Icon chair from Harbor Freight. It's more affordable, and long-term reviews seem to be generally pretty positive about it. The only real complaint I found was regarding the casters it came with, but because I'm such a nice guy, I'll show you all how to address that in this video. Now, before we get into the chair itself, let's talk about the casters, because the stock ones apparently roll like shopping cart wheels at a discount grocery store. I picked up these upgraded 5-inch ones that are way smoother, bigger, and have locks. Here's how they compare to the stock ones that come on the Icon seat. Quick heads up, don't buy the ones with 4 bolt holes. These are threaded stems, not bolt-ons. Save yourself the return label and a few curse words. Now, depending on where you get your casters, they might throw in these cute little thin wrenches. They look like something IKEA would include with a nightstand, not something you'd use in a garage. They'll technically work, but if you got your own thin-walled 17mm wrench, use that instead. You'll also need a T30 Allen head, or a 5mm if that's what you've got laying around, to remove the stock casters from the Icon seat. Once you pull the bolts and the washers out, please don't lose them. You'll want to reuse both. Unless, of course, you like spending an hour searching your floor for one tiny washer that somehow disappeared into another dimension. We've all been there. Now we're ready to install the new casters, and here's where that 17mm thin wrench earns its keep. You'll want to snug these down nice and tight, but also not destroy your fingers in the process. I slid the wrench into a big socket and extension to give myself some leverage to keep my knuckles from getting absolutely wrecked. It's one of those small tricks that says, I've been hurt before. Alright, with all the casters on, go ahead and drop the cylinder into the base. It just slides right in. No tools, no drama. Then set the seat on top and boom, we're officially in business. Not too shabby. Here's the height range. It goes from just right for pretending to be productive to supervisor who doesn't actually do the work mode. Okay, next let's see how it handles spills. I'm using Gatorade because it's the official drink of people making questionable decisions. Just kidding, that's Monster or Red Bull. And what do you know, it wipes right off like it never happened. Now for the knife test. What do you know, no damage at all. If my old chair had this kind of toughness, it might have made it to retirement. Hope you enjoyed watching, and if you don't like my color choices, just know there are other options out there.